I did everything right. I was disciplined, consistent. I was doing what everyone says you're supposed to do. And I still failed. And that confused me, because I thought if you just did the right things, you'd get the right outcome. But that's not how it works. There's this idea we all grow up with, that life is predictable. If you work hard, stay disciplined, make the right decisions, then things should go your way. It's like an equation. Effort equals result. And for a while, I believed that completely. There was a point where, on paper, I was doing everything right. Going to the gym consistently, I had structure, discipline, I looked better, and I felt more in control. From the outside, it looked like progress, like I was finally becoming the person that I was supposed to be. And in some ways, I was. But at the same time, other parts of my life were still falling apart. I was still making the same mistakes. I was going back to situations that I knew weren't right for me, still getting into situationships that went nowhere, and then wondering why I felt empty afterwards. Still treating people in ways I knew weren't aligned to who I wanted to be. And when things didn't go how I expected, I'd fall back into the same shitty habits. Drinking more than I should, avoiding the things I didn't want to deal with, and distracting myself instead of actually facing anything. Now I'm sitting there thinking, how can I be doing everything right and still end up here? Because nobody really talks about this part. They talk about the discipline, the hard work, they talk about improving your life, but they don't talk about what happens when you do all of that and it still doesn't fix you. That's a different type of frustration, because now you can't even blame a lack of effort. And when I started looking into it more, it actually made sense. Your brain doesn't just change because your behavior does. There's obviously neural pathways, and basically the more you repeat certain thoughts or behaviors, the stronger those patterns become. So if you've spent years reacting a certain way, thinking a certain way, or coping a certain way, you don't just undo that overnight just because you've started going to the gym. Your body can change extremely quickly. Your mind can't, and that's where the disconnect is. I wasn't failing because I wasn't trying. I was failing because I was only working on one side of myself, the visible side, the part people can see, but not the internal side, the patterns, habits, way I responded to things, the way I treated other people, the way I dealt with discomfort. Philosopher Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Not what we intend to do, not what we say we'll do, what we actually do. And that's uncomfortable because it removes the illusion. It forces you to look at yourself from an honest perspective. From that honest perspective, you can see that there are parts of yourself that you want nothing to do with. The selfish parts, the destructive habits, the behaviors you hide from other people, and sometimes yourself. And if you ignore that side of you, it doesn't disappear. It just operates in the background and it will quietly chip away at your life. That's when it clicked for me. I hadn't actually become better. I just improved the parts of myself that were easy to control. I just improved the parts of myself that everyone else could see, but I hadn't dealt with the parts of myself that were causing the problems in the first place. So, of course, I failed, because I was building on top of a foundation that hadn't changed. And this is why people repeat the same cycles. They improve externally, things get better for a bit, then something triggers them and they fall back into the same behavior. And it feels like I've gone backwards. But you haven't, you've just never actually addressed the root. And this is the part no one really wants to hear. Doing the right things doesn't automatically make you the right person. You can be disciplined, consistent, and look like you've improved, and still make the same decisions, hurt people, sabotage your own progress. What actually changed things for me wasn't doing more, it was just becoming more aware. Actually asking, why do I keep doing this? Not once, not casually, but properly sitting with it. Because at the end of the day, life isn't just about what you do, it's about who you are while you're doing it. And if those two things don't align, you feel it. That's where the internal discomfort comes from, the feeling of something isn't right, even when everything looks fine. Looking back now, I wasn't confused because life didn't work, I was confused because I misunderstood it. I thought effort guaranteed outcome, but effort without awareness just leads you in the same direction. Faster. You don't fail because you're not trying, you fail because you're trying in the wrong way. or you're only working on a part of the problem. Doing everything right doesn't mean anything if you're still the same person underneath.